Welcome. In this video, we will demonstrate how to configure a central Syslog server in IT-Conductor for monitoring. We will also discuss how you can maximize IT-Conductor to monitor Syslog messages, receive real-time alerts, and streamline troubleshooting across all monitored systems. But first, what is a Syslog server? A Syslog server is a centralized system that collects log messages from various devices, servers, and applications across your network. It helps consolidate logs in one place, making it easier to monitor, analyze, and troubleshoot issues in real time. By using a Syslog server, you can gain better visibility into your IT environment and respond to incidents faster. In IT-Conductor, we turn those raw Syslog messages into monitoring signals. So once systems start sending logs, you can easily filter and track critical events, set up alerts based on specific message patterns, and automate responses to potential issues before they escalate. Let's get started. IT-Conductor provides predefined templates that simplify the configuration of a Syslog server for monitoring. But a Syslog server is only as useful as the data it receives, so you first need to set up client systems to send their log data to the Syslog server being configured. Otherwise, it's just an empty collector. You can configure various computing and network nodes to report Syslog messages to the central Syslog server. For the sake of this demo, let's use Linux servers as an example. First, log into your server using a privileged account, or use sudo if needed. Then, open the Syslog configuration file. For SLS systems, this file is located here. While for ROL systems, you'll find it at the path shown on the screen. Next, locate the remote host. Uncomment it. Then replace it with the IP address, or hostname of your central Syslog server. Once you've made the changes, save the configuration file. Finally, restart the Syslog service to apply the changes. To verify that Syslog forwarding is functioning, run the command logger hello world on the client machine. Later on, when the Syslog server is already configured in IT-Conductor, you can check and confirm that the hello world log message appears in the monitoring dashboard. Now that we have set up the client to send logs to the central Syslog server, let's proceed to adding the central Syslog server to IT-Conductor. First, navigate to Dashboards, then Administrator, to access the administrator's dashboard. Then, locate the central Syslog server's Actions panel, and click the title to access the complete list. Now, let's click the New Syslog Server button to start adding a new Syslog server for monitoring. You will be redirected to the new Syslog server wizard. Fill out the required fields as follows. For the name, enter a unique name for the Syslog server being configured. You may add any relevant information or notes here in the description. For this demo, let's just copy the name. For the role, you may specify the environment where this Syslog server will be used. Then select the gateway from the drop-down menu. Just take note. Do not attempt to create a Syslog server on the same gateway with the same port number. You will encounter a duplicate error. For the protocol, choose the communication protocol that will be used to connect to the Syslog server. By default, it's using UDP. Then enter the port number to be used for accessing the Syslog server. By default, it's using port 514. Let's leave the time format as is in this demo. Then finally, set the lowest priority, which indicates the lowest message priority to accept. Let's select warning. Once completed, click this icon to save. This will add the Syslog server to IT-Conductor for monitoring. In the second part of this demo, we'll show you how you can monitor a Syslog server in IT-Conductor. First, let's navigate to IT-Conductor Service Grid and locate the Syslog central node. From here, you can see the different features available by default. To view all recently generated Syslog alerts in chronological order, click Alerts. A pop-up list of Syslog alerts will be displayed, showing key details such as time, severity, name, tenant, status, path, cause, and the number of repeats. Now, if you want to search for a particular Syslog message, open the Syslog Messages search page by clicking Syslog Search. Enter your query and/or apply filters as needed, and all Syslog messages matching your conditions will be displayed. You can search by multiple columns, and all unrestricted values support regex expressions, making it easy to find relevant messages quickly. Lastly, while time-based search is not supported, sorting by time and filtering by other fields allows you to efficiently locate issues and understand the sequence of events. Monitoring key messages and receiving alerts is made easy with IT-Conductor. To see all defined monitors, simply click Monitoring. You can create new monitors from scratch by clicking the plus icon, or use a template by clicking Create from Templates. For this demo, we'll create a monitor using templates. Select any of the pre-made templates from the list. Fill out all the required information, including the following. For the name, enter a unique name for the monitor being added. Then, for the description, enter any relevant information about the monitor being added. Enabling the delta field feature enables the monitoring of delta values. For the graph style, select the type of visual display you want for the graphs. The obsolescence check, if enabled, checks and generates alerts if values have not been reported. Enabling alert for each generates alerts for each relevant object. Count each, if enabled, will treat message counts as for each. Use history allows the use of historical records in calculations. List tools makes the interval list tool visible. For the context, select the applicable threshold context, such as a particular application, used as the basis for data collection. For the site, let's leave it blank for now. But you can select whichever site you have previously configured for your organization. In the hostname field, enter the host name of the system being monitored. For the priority, select the state in which the monitor will send an alert. The template automatically fills this option. The same goes for facility, which refers to the object that the override will monitor. The process name is used to specify a regular expression, used to match the process name in Syslog entries for threshold evaluation. And the message is used to define a regular expression, to match the message content in Syslog entries for threshold evaluation. Once you've filled out all the required information, click Save, then navigate to the service grid, to verify that the monitor has been added under the Syslog central node. To access historical data for the monitor, click the bar chart icon. A pop-up window will display the metrics over time. Maximize it so you can navigate better when troubleshooting. You can select different intervals from here. You can also switch back and forth between time frames using these buttons. Do you want to learn more? Feel free to reach out to us. We would love to hear from you.